Welcome to Warmaster Podcast episode 203 with Paul and Barry.
Hello, listeners.
As always, we're on a focused 1 hour mission.
Yes, no deviation, no separation.
No repetition.
Repetition.
Yeah, and 1 hour, hopefully.
Yep.
Talking about the Orcs and Goblinses.
Orcs and Goblinses.
Which, strangely, were the fourth one in the list. But the list is very random.
It's incredibly random.
I don't know what order he did it in.
Yeah. Surely alphabetical would have been better.
Well,
Yeah.
was whatever order Rick decided to put them in, I guess.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go through that. We're going to do the fluff, we're going to do the list, and then we're going to do...
3 good, 3 bad, 3 reasons.
And some lists, our lists.
Yep.
Although, yeah. And it's changed quite a lot of Orcs and Goblinses over the years.
So, in the last update, what changed for them? They got the giant clarification of...
I don't think anything really changed last
Did
update.
the Goblin chariots Wolf chariots get cheaper? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they get 75 points now, aren't they? That's it, I think.
Yeah, but they've had various changes over the years.
Yeah, they have. Yeah. From the original vanilla list. In fact, we can look at it anyway. From that original vanilla list to what it is now. There it is. They're quite a bit different. In fact, that'd be quite interesting to have.
I think it's more special rules than anything else.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to talk about the fluff first.
Yes, we are.
And then we're going to talk through the list.
Yeah.
So, as I said, I don't think any points have changed apart from the chariots. I think most of the things
trolls.
Are around. Trolls have definitely
changed. Yeah.
But I don't think a lot else have changed. Just clearing up stuff.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Okay.
One of the ones that has fewer changes.
Yeah.
It's one of those lists that you will either love or you won't love.
Yeah. Well, could that be the same for everything?
Well, no, I think these are very Marmite Orcses.
Okay.
We couldn't get a win with these for forever at the beginning of the show. It was like a running joke.
Yeah, they couldn't win.
Won't win.
Okay, so
right.
Orcs. Once Orcs ruled the whole of the Old World, as well as the lands far to the east and south.
Jesus.
The various tribes fought, conquered, and absorbed each other into one huge, glorious battle that lasted for countless centuries. Countless, because Orcs were, and remain, in a state of uncompromising savagery, having mastered neither writing nor counting beyond 3. This happily bloodthirsty state of affairs lasts until the human tribes united together with the dwarves to drive the Orcs from the lands west of the World Edge Mountains. Subsequently, Orc tribes are mostly to be found in the Badlands and to the south of the Old World, and the Darklands to the east. There is the great business of fighting amongst themselves continues to this day. Orcs are the largest and most ferocious of the green-skinned races, and they dominate the smaller goblins and snotlings almost completely.
Yeah.
Despite this, many independent goblin tribes continuing to live deep in the forests and mountains of the Old World, as well as the World Edge Mountains and beyond. The smaller greenskins are far better adapted to life below ground and the dense forests because they are smarter and more nimble-fingered than the Orcs. This is why Orc tribes always include goblin slaves to make armour and weapons and do practical stuff, as Orcs can't be bothered with or just don't understand. Like digging a pit to have a shit in.
Cooking the food.
Yeah, the smallest of these creatures are called snotlings, tiny sub-goblins that live alongside their larger relatives. They are occasionally pressed to simple tasks, but for the most part they are regarded as pests, regarded like pets, or enthusiastically eaten. For all greenskins are cannibals, although they prefer human flesh when they can get it. The Orc way of life is war. Every Orc measures his worth by the number of enemies he has slain, and also the number of friends, for Orcs fight for each other all the time. By fighting, they establish which of them is the best, and which is reflected in their curious metabolism. The more dominant an Orc becomes, the bigger he grows. So it's always easy to see which Orcs are in charge and who is the boss. Just look for the big guy. All Orcs want to be the biggest and best, and the surest way to achieve this is to follow the biggest Orc and share in his success. Because the Orc top chieftains are continuously fighting off rivals, the reign does not usually last very long, nor is there any shortage of strong young Orcs waiting to take a fallen chieftain's place. Thus, Orc society is a genuine meritocracy, where the best always rises to the top and stay there only so long as they can fight off all the opposition. And there are untold number of Orc tribes in the world, and most are in its inherent, surviving by the process of raiding and despelation. If one chieftain proves very successful in its respect, other chieftains will quickly throw in their lot with this an up-and-coming warlord. A successful warlord's forces will therefore grow and will continue to grow until there are so many Orcs in one place they will either self-destruct in a mighty inter-tribal war or go on a warpath and invade one of the human lands to the west. A great invasion of this kind is known as a Waaagh. The great number of Orcs that make up a Waaagh generates the kind of unstoppable enthusiasm that sends the Greenskins into a spree of killing and looting and only ends once the leader of the Waaagh has been slain. Because orcs understand little or nothing of concepts such as retreat, consolation, or holding territory, it's inevitable that a Wah will run out of steam eventually, and the only question is how much destruction it can cause first. There you go.
Okay, I've only just... I mean, I should know this before this, but that fluff is different to the original fluff.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I mean, it's quite a cool bit of fluff.
Yes.
So how are they born? Are we saying Lord of the Rings style? Just out of a fucking birthing pod? Just laid like caterpillars?
I think it's spores, isn't it? Mushrooms. They're mushrooms.
Spores? Mushroom?
Yeah. They're like so they kind of naturally spores happen and orcs can. That's why you can't ever get rid of all the orcs because they just keep growing.
Cool. So they're spores.
I don't think they're shagging. Is that what you're saying?
Well, you never hear about female orcs, do you?
No, you don't. So in Lord of the Rings fluff, they are kind of
grown, aren't they?
Grown.
I don't know.
Twisted,
out of what?
aren't they?
Grown out of what though?
Yeah, no. I think orcs are meant to be like corrupted elves, aren't they? Like in Lord of the Rings. I think so.
Maybe the
made their own race.
Maybe the Orc Army. But they look too big, don't they?
Yeah.
Too beefy to be elves. Dirty bastard elves. Right. So, what do we talk about first? The list.
So we have to run through the list, and then we will go on to what we have chosen. So,
Orc warriors. Now they are a special.
So there isn't any army rules. There's no overall army rules overwriting everything. So we have special rules.
Is king.
Special rules only apply to units. So our first entry is Orc warriors, infantry unit with 4 attacks, 3 hits, and 6 up armor. 60 points. You've got to have 2, and you have no maximum, and you have no special rules. I think that's a really good profile, personally.
Well, it's the choppy variant, isn't it? So
yes.
you've got your halberdier,
yep.
And then you can make the armoured variant, the elfy spearman variant, or you can go down the choppy variant.
Exactly. So 4 attacks is big thing. You get it at a price tag of 60 points. They can't really take hits, but they can dish them out, and orcs should be attacking.
Going through.
I say
on the charge they're doing like 5 attacks each, 15. It's meaty.
Yeah, exactly. It's for a core a core thing you've got to have. I think that's a really good. I think that's a good profile. I think for points wise it works out well. It's like it's cheap enough, and it's it does what it needs to do. Like they aren't some. If orcs gets charged, they'll hurt something, but they will die. If they charge something, they've got a good chance of knocking it off, but they will probably get damaged, so they'll be combat ineffective a bit afterwards. So
if you could pick like 5 up armor or 4 attacks, what would you pick?
I mean, that's a difficult choice, isn't it? But it plays. I mean,
that's why Saurus are so good, because you get both.
Because you get both. I mean, it's. I guess it kind of dictates then the style of play. Orcs are naturally more aggressive. Well, I say a 5 up armor thing.
Although if you get them defended, fucking hell, that's hard work.
Exactly.
Because you've got 4 attacks base and you're now defending.
Now you're getting the protection from the scenery. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's a nice profile.
It is very nice.
It's very simple.
So Barry's favourite unit, goblins. They're infantry. They have 2 attacks and 1 shooting attack. They've got 3 hits. They've got no armour. They're 30 points. They've got a minimum of 2 and no maximum. A special 1. Goblins. A goblin unit is a shoot as it has bows, but it has range reduced to 15. So they are shit archers.
They're defensive, aren't they? But what are you defending? And why are they on the front?
They should. They're definitely not frontline troops. They're supporting troops.
So how are you ever using the defensive fire? If they're not front line, they're only supporting.
No. Yeah, that's just when they get caught.
So they're just going to shoot the orcs in the back of the head.
Yeah, they don't really need the shooting attack, but they got it. Yeah,
it's got it because goblins need to have it. I guess if you brigade them up on a wood or something, then they're not great, but they're 30 points.
30 points. Yeah, what do you expect?
You're talking a skeleton level, aren't you?
Exactly. They are terrible. Right. So Black Orcs infantry, 4 attacks, 4 hits, and 5 up armor. 110 points, no minimum and maximum 1. Most 2 units in a 2,000 point game. No special rules. 445 profile, 110 points. That's across the game.
Well, it's kind of well behaved bull ogre, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Because you pay 5 points for it to be well behaved.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there aren't that many that share this profile.
I mean,
I think there's one in the wood elf list.
Yeah, like Treekin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's heavier. It's good infantry. It's really good infantry. That 4 hits is much better than 3 hits. That 5-up armor is much better than 6-up armor.
But I prefer the armor rather than the hits, if I was being honest.
Yeah, fair enough.
But, is there something with 4, 3, 4? Oh, that's the thingies, isn't it? The Huskars.
Huskars, yeah.
That's the Huskars, 4, 3, 4 up.
So,
and you're only like 1, so you're not flooding the board with
no. The most you can have is 2, and there's probably a balance reason, but there's also a good fluff reason for that as well. Black Orcs are much rarer than regular Orcs.
Oh yeah.
Because they were
created. Gear and shit.
They're created. They were like slave. They were. Oh, what's the right word? Selectively bred by Chaos Dwarves to be good slaves, but they thought too much.
I thought you were breeding. There was mushrooms a minute ago. Now they're being bred.
Well, yeah, I guess how they. I don't know the right mushrooms. I don't know. Like
it's going all over the place.
Yeah. So trolls, infantry, 5 attacks, 3 hits, 5-bar armor. 110 points as well, minimum nothing, maximum 3. Special rule 2, which is trolls. When trying to issue a unit to order to trolls, order a brigade that contains a unit of trolls. Any command penalties applies for distance between the character and the troll unit is always doubled. So at 20, no penalty. At 40, -2. At 60, -4. Trolls can also regenerate wounds. In each round of combat, after hull stands have been removed, trolls automatically regenerate 1 outstanding hit. If no hits are left over after removing hull stands, then regeneration has no effect. Regenerate hits still count towards combat resolution for the round. So they got 2 special rules there. What they used to have, where it was -1 command, was ball breaking.
With the world's worst command,
yeah. So that's a lot better, a hell of a lot better rule. It gives
monstrously better.
Monstrously better. And yeah, so it's made trolls from being unusable to usable. You know?
That's correct.
Yeah.
And the regen is good.
Yeah.
But it kind of works a bit less often than you'd like.
Yeah, because they had 3 hits. And
you lose stands.
And it's well thought over. You can't regenerate a dead stand. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hmm.
But they are good now.
Yeah.
But the only we'll talk about why it suffers a little bit with like the chaos list and having too much of the same kind of shit.
Without spoiling what I go into later, but yeah, exactly.
Okay, so next one alone.
So ogres infantry 4/4/5 again 105 points, no minimum, maximum 1. Special rule 3. So if an ogre can use his initiative to charge an enemy unit of humans at the start of the command phase, it must do so. This sort of happens automatically, and their commander can do nothing about it. Humans comprise all men, including Chaos Warriors and Marauders, but not dwarves or elves. So for 5 points left, they're exactly the same as Black Orcs. You get this negative of you must charge a human unit.
So obviously that's not going to come into play every game.
No,
but it can be annoying when it does.
It can be annoying, yeah, because I mean as we've said before, like when you take away absolute command of your stuff, it can be used against you. Ogres could be theoretically drawn into a fight they don't want to go into.
Into terrain or into a line of knights or something they don't want to go.
Something they don't want to go by themselves, and that's how they can be dealt with. So your Ball Riders, your first cavalry unit.
So the answer is take Black Orcs because it's worth the 5 points.
Exactly,
upgrade, for sure.
So your Ball Riders, your cavalry, are 4 attacks, 3 hits, and 5-up armor. 110 points, no min, no max. So these are medium cavalry because they're 5-up armor, but they've got a brilliant amount of attacks. They're really good. Like they're not knights, but they definitely hurt when they hit, when they charge.
Oh, but they definitely do that. But they have the old 5-up armor problem of evaporating.
They're probably
while they're fighting.
So they're not tough enough that they'll definitely destroy something they charge. But they'll probably take damage back.
Yeah.
So you're going to end up with 2 stands or 1 stand. Even if you've done well, So on average rolls, you'll probably lose a stand, like in the fightbacks.
Yeah. I mean, on the plus side is for with your command shit, playing Orcs and Goblins. Once you start fighting, you don't ever want to stop anyway.
Exactly.
You're not trying to order them again until they run out of stuff to charge.
You are an initiative army, really. So you could argue is that regardless of how well or good or bad the Ball Riders do, they're going to be charging on initiative the rest of the game anyway.
If they can.
If they can. Yeah. If they go down to 1 stand and I'm really playing, I might initiative evade. Okay, so your Wolf Riders, cavalry, 2 attacks and 1 shot, 3 hits and 6-up armor, 60 points, no min, no max, special rule 4. Wolf Riders. Wolf Riders range from 6 to 15, fits well with goblins. Wolf Riders have a 360 vision, stands in the unit, can draw line of sight from all edges and all purpose of evading and shooting, including shooting at charging enemies. Note that the stand still needs line of sight from its front edge to charge an enemy.
And they're still 60 points.
And they are still 60 points, yes. And they're a really good light cavalry unit.
Yeah, I think did they benefit from the crazy light cavalry rule?
Yes, yeah, because they can evade in any direction.
Yeah, so for newer players, there's a light cavalry rule where you get to evade in any direction, and there was another light cavalry rule where you couldn't be pursued.
Pursued if you were 6 up armor, yeah. You know, you had short 15 range bows, yeah.
Oh, so we basically the very lightest cavalry couldn't be pursued. So people lent really heavily into things like Wolf Riders.
Yes,
that was a
possible build. Yeah,
12. Yeah, and for any unit that goes from fringe to somebody taking 12 units probably said you got the rule wrong.
And so it changed again to cut that bit out.
Yeah, it was a bit too good.
A bit too good. But that's why you do it. That's why. You change something, you change something, you try something else, and then somebody pushes it too far, gets noticed, and you're like, right, nerf hammer that back again.
Yeah, boom.
Yeah, like.
Boom.
Okay, so Wolf Chariots. A chariot, naturally. 3 attacks, 3 hits, and 6 up armor. 80 points. Minimum nothing, maximum 3. No special rules, but obviously they're a chariot. So charging in the open, +1 dice. Yeah, they are an interesting cheaper line breaker unit. Again, these will definitely be combat ineffective after they charge something, but they could roll 15 dice on it.
Yeah, so you get a 15-point discount to lose the 5 up armor.
Yeah,
on a regular chariot.
Are you comparing it to
a regular normal chariot?
Oh, normal chariot, yeah.
So 95, and you get 5 up armor.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you say 15 points. I mean, 5 up armor doesn't last anyway when in these kind of situations.
No. When it's combined with 3 hits, it doesn't.
Yeah.
So I think actually that's a good cheaper option, like if you were comparing the 2 stat lines, because it's doing the same offensive power and it's for cheaper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So then we have a giant. He's a monster. He's got 8 attacks, 8 hits, 5 up armor. You get he's a single stand, 135 points, minimum nothing, maximum 1, and the biggest special rule 5. Giants must always be given a separate order.
Now I wouldn't go unless you've reprinted this year.
Yes, this is reprinted. Yeah. So
okay.
yeah.
Because the giant table changed.
Yes, the giant table changed. Yeah. So it's reprinted. They cannot be brigaded with other troops, although several giants can be brigaded together if you wish. If you attempt to give an order to a giant and you fail, you must take a test to see what it does. Ignore potential blunders. These are taken into account by the following rules. Roll a dice and consult the giant goes wild chart. Where giants are brigaded together, you roll separately for each giant. Oh my god, that would be mental. Giants have a great many hits, 8 in fact, and they're almost impossible to inflict during a fairly lengthy combat for engagement. Because giants have so many hits, we must consider the possibility of hurting the giant and reducing its effectiveness to subsequent turns. Therefore, if a giant has accumulated 5 to 7 hits, by the end of the shooting phase or combat phase, it is no longer engaged in combat, it is deemed to have been badly hurt. Once a giant is badly hurt, all accumulated hits are discounted and its maximum hit value and attacks are halved for the rest of the battle to 4 hits and 4 attacks. A giant causes terror in his enemies. The giant goes wild chart is over here.
So I'll just say that the badly hurt changed.
Yes.
It used to be 4 to 7.
Yes, it used to be 4 to 7.
And now it's 5 to 7.
Over 50%. Yeah,
because they were too easy to ding up.
And that's a good change, yeah. So your giant goes wild. So you fail an order with a giant, and this is what happens. D6 chart. Number 1, the giant will neither move or fight this turn, but simply stands the rooted spot looking dopey. 2, move the giant directly towards the nearest table edge, and if he moves into contact with another unit, friend or foe, he will charge it regardless of which side it's on. If victorious in combat, the giant will hold his ground. So that means he's a charging monster in the open. Chances are it's 10 attacks coming into you. 3, the giant throws an object at the closest visible unit, friend or foe, within 5 times d6 centimeters, inflicting 3 attacks. If the target is in combat, the attacks contribute to the combat result, otherwise resolve them in the shooting phase. 4, the giant moves in a straight line, straight forward at full pace in the direction he is facing, and if he reaches an enemy unit, he will charge. If he reaches a friendly unit, he'll just walk straight through them, and out the other side, if there's room, he has sufficient move. If he reaches a friendly unit and does not have sufficient move or enough room to walk all the way, then he halts on contact. A friendly unit that has walked over or contact in this way instantly becomes confused, but doesn't take damage, but is confused. 5. The giant moves towards the nearest enemy unit that he can see as fast as he can. If he reaches the foe, he will charge. If friends are in the way, he will walk through them, causing confusion as described above. And if there is no visible enemy, the giant does nothing in this command phase. And 6, the giant gives a mighty bellow and rushes straight at the nearest enemy unit he can see. Move the giant at double his normal pace.
Speed.
So that's 40. If he reaches an enemy, he charges it and fights, and by jumping up and down on the foe, furiously doubling his attacks in the first round of combat. So that's 16. Charge 17. Monster charge in the open 18. If there's no visible enemy, the giant does nothing this turn. So essentially, you could summarise that giant wild chart is the lower results are bad, the worst being he does nothing. He might mess up some of your own stuff. To the actually 6 is a really good result.
Oh yeah.
Until stomp.
Well, as long as you get him out on a flank on his own, you can just fucking try and fail.
Yes.
Just keep pushing him until he gets failed. See what happens.
Some careful play of giants, is needed to get the best out of them. Really. Mm-hmm. Oh, they're cool.
You're not passing too many orders because you've only got 8 to start with it, and that's your best shit.
So, to finish off the units, we have a rock lobber, which is a type of artillery. 1 attack and 3 shots, 3 hits, no armor, 1 stand, 75 points, minimum nothing, maximum 1. Rule 6 is a rock lobber is a stone thrower as described in the rulebook, which means it's got 60 centimeters range. It does not give armor saves, and you can shoot indirectly if you can't see anything.
On 6s.
On 6s, you fire at the closest enemy target, regardless of sight. You can smell, and it will hit on 6s. Which, well, if you have 2 of them, is worth doing. Yeah,
we get 1 hit.
Exactly.
On average,
and no saves. So that finishes off.
But the issue with them is there's anything else around them. It's not an artillery brigade. It's 2 rock lobbers.
2 rock lobbers, yeah. There's
so it's good for kind of fluffy games, but I find them terrible in regular tournaments.
Well, we're talking. I mean, you used you personally, yeah. So then we come on to the characters, and what a great set of characters they are. So your Orc General is a general. He's 2 attacks. He's Command 8. He's 95 points. There's 1 of him. There's no special rules. So a Command 8 general.
Yowzers.
It's not Command 9, and it's definitely not Command 10. You know,
so he pays. He doesn't pay a lot to become a general, only 15 points, but you don't get, apart from his extended range, which is meaningless because you're so fucking shit at ordering over 60 is just fucking preposterous.
Forget about it.
Preposterous. You get an extra attack.
So then you have an Orc hero. Where you've got they're a hero, 1 attack, Command 8 hero, 80 points, minimum nothing.
Just like a general.
So, just as good as your general, really.
Apart from you can only order 60, but you're not getting any further.
So your Orc hero there's nothing different from him from another army, so he's normal. Then we have first wizard. You have an Orc shaman, no attacks, Command 7, 45 points for a minimum nothing, maximum 1 wizard, and we'll talk about their spells afterwards. So we have a goblin hero. So we have loads of characters in this army.
Oh, millions.
A hero who's a +1 attack, a command 7, 45 point character. Could have up to 4 in a 2,000 point list. Then we have a goblin shaman who's a wizard for no attacks, command 6, 30 points. Obviously he's a wizard. We have 2 mounts. We have a wyvern, a monstrous mount, +2 attacks, 80 points, and that gives you flying and +2 attack, flying and terror. And we have a chariot, which is +1 and gives for 10 points and gives you a +1 attack.
And some terrain restrictions.
So, yes.
So you need to. I don't know if you said the min maxes. So the shamans are 1. Yes. So you can have 4 shamans.
You can have 4 shamans.
And the other guys are 2. So you can have 4 of each of the heroes.
Yes.
So you can have 13 characters if you went all in.
Yes.
That's a lot of characters. And it wouldn't cost you that much, but that's a lot of characters.
That is a lot of characters.
13.
So there always should be someone to give an order in an Orc army. He's just not very good at doing it. You're like,
well, you get your half move now.
Get your half moves, yeah, exactly. So Orc spells. So Foot of Gork has a 6+ to cast, range 50. A gigantic spectral foot descends from the heavens with a mighty thunk, crushing the enemy to a pulp and grinding their boats into dust.
Grinding them.
The spell can be cast on any unengaged enemy unit within range, regardless of whether you can see or not. The spell cannot be cast on a unit engaged in combat. It suffers 6 attacks, usually in the usual way. A unit can't be driven back, so because Foot of Gork descends from above. So 6 attacks, you should get 3 hits. And
is it a 6-up spell?
It's not a great 6-up spell.
Well, would you take a Ring of Magic to use it?
You might try it on a unit of artillery.
Ring of Magic to do it?
Would you?
If you had a Ring of Magic, would you do this?
You should do it on artillery. Would be good.
Maybe. Well, you might get 1 stand. You might get both if you're lucky.
Yeah.
I think as a 6-up spells go, that's quite a poor one.
It's quite a poor one. Yeah. It's strange that it could be better if it was also range 60 rather than 50 as well. It's range 50.
I suppose you don't have to look at them, but they do have to be unengaged.
Yeah.
I mean, Gork. If it is Gork, is it Gork? Wouldn't give a fuck if he trampled on his own dudes.
No,
just send the foot in, mate. Make it easy to cast them 50-50 if it hits me or you.
I suppose
he don't care, does he?
Yeah, he's not known for caring about his followers, really. Again. So gotcha, haha. Right, 5+ the cast, range 30. With a mighty heave, a huge green fist erupts from the shaman's gaping mouth and strikes all within its path. Draw an imaginary line 30 centimeters long from the shaman's stand to any direction you wish. The line will pass through any intervening units, but not beyond terrain that would normally stop a missile shot, i.e. over the crest of a hill, more than 2 centimeters of woodland, and so forth. Each unit under the line takes 3 shooting attacks, worked out in the usual way. Note that the spell can easily affect several units, and it will affect all units that fall beneath the line, including your own.
Yeah.
Unengaged units can be driven back by a gotcha with ordinary shooting attacks, even including friends. And engaged units cannot be driven back by the gotcha, but carry hits over, and the first round of combat, any hits scored count as having been struck in combat itself. So again, this is your line of fire.
This has got like endless utility within games.
Really,
like if you're fighting like brigade on brigade, you can just stand and put lines all the way along
them. Yeah,
if they're in column, you can hit all of them.
Exactly, and that will all help to that round of combat. Yeah.
Or you can, if they're in like some kind of line formation, you can kind of confuse them and drive them all over the place.
It definitely can turn a combat you might not win to one you're going to win. Yeah.
And if at a 5-up, if you cast 4 of these, you're getting one and a third.
You should get one. Yeah.
And they can cause fucking havoc.
Yeah, exactly.
Havoc.
So, Geralt.
So much better than the other one, the fireball one.
Oh,
it's just 3 shots, no armor.
No armor,
1.5 wounds.
Yeah.
On one unit.
Yeah. I mean, that's good for combining with missile troops, which...
So this is not bad.
It's not bad, yeah.
This is like a real toolbox of a spell that you can do like loads of shit with.
I think you don't realise its utility until you really think about it and like how
just shagging up brigades is fantastic.
Putting them into combat. It's like you can do that. You can help your orcs fight. So Geralt, 5+ the cast, range 60. The voice of Gork booms out across the battlefield, driving back his foes with a rancid glare, force yell. The spell can be cast on any unengaged enemy unit within the range, regardless of whether the shaman can see them or not. The spell cannot be cast on a unit engaged in combat. The enemy unit is driven back 1d6 times 5 centimeters towards his own table edge, and is treated the same way as a drive back from shooting, except that the direction is established by determining the shortest route to the table edge. A unit cannot be routed by a drive back from a Geralt spell, and if the unit leaves the table or edge, it is described in the main Warmaster rules. So, again, to a new player, they might not think that's great. This is amazing, this spell.
This is annoying as shit to play against.
Definitely.
Especially if you go character light. Oh my god.
Yeah. So
my word.
What it will do is that it's going to break up again. Even if you rolled 1, you're going to go at 5 centimeters. So say the opponent's lined up in columns or in lines, you will end up forcing these units away from each other. Now, so the opponent either can't stop it because it's the unit at the back. There's nothing stopping them moving. Or
there's always something at the back because you go directly back.
Or they'll refuse to make way, and then it's causing confusion, which is exactly what you want. It's
So what formation can you put your stuff in to protect against this? There's nothing that protects against everything.
No.
Because you're either in line or column,
you're in line,
mix or whatever. You're still fucking going backwards.
The direction is directly back towards your table edge, so you could angle it, but there's always going to be something on the extreme angle. Yeah, exactly. So once you start pinging brigades off, like in terms of breaking them up, like your opponent really needs more characters, and people don't like. That's where you build an army normally in Warmaster to control things in brigades.
Correct.
When you haven't got them in brigades, you ain't got enough characters.
So even if you've got unlimited characters and you start rebuilding your brigade, so you bring your unit that's been pushed off back to its brigade, you can't order that now.
No, can't order it. Yeah, exactly. So say opponent's coming at you with 3 units of heavy cavalry, you get off the middle unit. So he's like, oh, what is he going to do? Either this allows this to happen in terms of he makes way and the thing is broken up. So at the best, you've got 3 separate units because the middle one's.
Then you got order back together.
Yeah, then all separately, all back together. Or worse is it causes confusion, so it takes away your choice anyway. So because if you refuse to make way, the middle unit's confused, so that brigade is not now 3 units together. It's 2 separate and 1.
That's a disaster.
Yeah, exactly.
The utility of these 2 spells, the line of fire and the fucking Geralt, just send people nuts when you try and play against them.
Exactly.
Especially if you're doing silly like not elves because they've got leadership 10, but imagine your empire with a couple of heroes.
Yeah.
So you've only got 3 people that can order because the wizards are 7. They're not good enough to rebuild brigades and shit.
Exactly.
And you're spread over the table.
It's also factored in is the fact you have 4 wizards casting it. The goblins might be terrible commanders, but they can still cast a spell.
Yeah. And the orcs aren't great commanders. But they can cast a spell.
So the final spell is Wah. 4+ to cast, range 30. The Shaman summons the power of the mighty Wah to invade the Greenskins. The spell can be cast on a friendly unit of orc and goblins engaged in combat, including black orcs, wolf riders, boar boys, or any type of orc or goblin troops, but not trolls, ogres, or giants, or rather non-Greenskins. The spell can be cast wherever the Shaman can see the target or not. The spell lasts for the duration of the following combat phase. Every stand of the unit, including characters they have joined, add +1 attack. Again, so if you've got it's a unit and a character, 4+ to cast, get extra. So the unit, every stand of the unit, so 4 attacks for 4+.
So if you've got 2 wizards, that's 4 wizards, that's 2 casts.
Yep.
So that's an extra 8 attacks in the combat potentially. If you've got 2 characters.
4+ to cast is when you've got 4 wizards to cast stuff. Because also, if you're doing rolling well, you remember you can't cast the same spell, affect a unit with the same spell twice. Mm-hmm. So you might want to stack other spells up.
So if you've got your regular game set up and you've got, at what point were you going to take Foot of Gork over Geralt? So Geralt's twice as likely to go off, and it might do any damage.
You would attack a unit of artillery with Foot of Gork.
That's a 6 up.
Yes, you would, but that is in if say you wanted to destroy them. Like
it's a 6. You're all 4 commanders, 4 wizards of that. You got 2 thirds chance of even going off.
So I think if you were going to, there could be an argument if you were going to look at that spell list critically, you probably would get rid of Foot of Gork.
I wouldn't. I like it. It's good. Utility.
But I say but most of the time that's the only situation where you're using Foot of Gork.
But would you not rather cast Geralt on one of the sets of cannons and push them 30 centimetres back? Because that's going to take forever to fucking put back together.
But it depends. Well, depends on the table state because they might still be in range if you push them.
Or put line of fire through them.
Yes.
2 wounds on that, and they're fucking losing a cannon anyway.
No. So we have one questionable spell.
I don't think it's questionable. I just think not every spell has to be because on this list you've got 2 absolute fucking lights out spells. I mean, like the War spell's pretty good too. And
so it is. So Geralt is unique to orcs and goblins. No other army's got it.
I do know goblins.
Goblins at it, it's like it is such a good spell. It is like
it's the signature spell. In the same way as like Doom and Despair is like the 2 kids signature spell. Or
summon demons.
Whatever. This is what makes orcs and goblins competitive, if there is such a thing.
Yes, exactly.
As competitive orcs and goblins. Because Geralt really fucking messes people up.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a new player and you've gone light on commanders and you go like, shit, I can't fucking do anything.
Yeah, because so say your opponent takes a Dispel Scroll and you've got 4 wizards, you can choose 4 really awkward targets for Geralt. And it's like they'll stop 1, but say you get the others off. It's like, and
you'll spend the next turn rebuilding your fucking brigade,
which kind of helps the big drawback of the orcs of their terrible command. Geralt gives you more time.
Yeah. And now with your half-paced moves, you're actually moving forward because a lot of time you didn't fucking go anywhere.
Like it's just did not happen. Yeah.
But now you can move forward.
Yeah.
Because even a little wizard, even though he's casting a spell, he can still toss a command.
Yeah.
If he's within 20.
Yeah, you can try.
Half-paced move.
Yeah. Have a half-pace. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you can just play for half-paced moves. You never expected it to go off. So I think the spell list of orcs and goblins probably means the artillery's redundant. Because what the artillery can do, Geralt does better.
Fair enough, yeah.
Because it's unlikely you're taking stands off unless you're lucky.
I mean, like people do. I mean, people do consider the 4 wizards to be basically magical artillery.
Yeah, get them in a little coven.
Put
them in a little circle, all together, just blasting the living shit out of stuff.
Yep.
Attention! If you need to get your miniatures safely from point A to point B, then get yourself a KR multi-case. KR multi-cases come in all manner of different shapes and sizes and have gamer-friendly pricing. So do yourself a favour and get yourself a KR multi-case today. Soft foam, hard cases.
We're going to look at what's next.
Yes.
Good, bad, ugly.
We have 3 good, 3 bad, 3 ugly, and then we will talk about our army lists.
Whatever. Good, bad, why? It's not called ugly, is it?
Oh yeah. So,
do you want to go first?
I will go
Paul?
first.
You
Yeah.
can do your good.
So my first point. Oh no, do all 3 of my good or?
It's up to you. Do what you want, and then I'll do what I want.
Okay, I'll do all 3. I think it structures better. If I do all 3. So my first point is good. Is there is some good profiles on units in this army, and I've picked out 2 Orc Warriors and Ball Riders. I think of really good profiles for the points they are. So that is a good thing about the army. It has access to some good pointed troop types that are like a good redundancy, good efficiency. My second good point is that you can do a lot with the list of choices. In this army, there's obviously, I think as we're talking to army list later, there's probably an accepted the best orc and goblin list, but it does with a good thing about orcs and goblins is that range of stuff you can do in the army list. There is more than one way to play an orc and goblin army.
Oh, for sure.
Yep. Then my third point is you've got 4 wizards with a great spell. So that what is good in an orc list is having access to 4 wizards who have something good to cast. What are your good points?
Right, so, number 1 is wizards and spells.
Yeah, same.
Because you can't look past it.
Kind of, yeah.
Because you get 4. I mean, very few armies have
Tomb
4.
Kings.
Yeah, and I think at one point, demons had 4.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't anymore.
Yeah.
And it was hard because they were expensive wizards.
Yeah.
So wizards, the spell list, apart from Foot of Gold, which I'd find difficult to use just because there's 6 up, and I'm not taking this. Normally with a 6-up spell, if I wanted to go off, I'll bring a Ring of Magic because it's the only way you can guarantee it.
Yeah.
Like for Fen Beast, or whatever the fuck that's called, that kind of level of spell where you're getting something massively free that's going to make a big difference.
Oh yeah.
Maybe even a Raised Dead, even though that's a lot cheaper. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not bringing it for this. Mm-hmm. But the Geralt and the Gotcha and the War when you're in combat, they're all top spells. So. And you get 4 wizards. I've said there are fighty troops everywhere in this.
So
most of the profiles are fighty. Because that's what they do, isn't it? Yeah, that's what they're born to bred to fight.
They love it.
And they've got quite a lot of heavy infantry you can lean into.
Yeah. You can definitely go that way.
Yeah, I mean, if you consider... let's forget about the goblins. If you say, your Orc Warriors are your support troops, you can have, some real heavy shit on the front.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
I mean...
It's all gas, no brakes.
You've got Trolls. I mean, they're awesome now.
Yeah. They are.
Well, miles better than they used to be. You've got Black Orcs, you've got Ogres. You can have 10 units of those between them.
You could, yeah.
Supported by 10 Orcs. I mean, you'd never have any points there.
No, but you could do that.
You could have some really beefy shit.
Yeah.
And you don't have to use the goblins. Although you do have to take them a bit.
That's fair. They're part of that. What that Orc Army is. Yeah.
No snotlings. Heavy infantry. Lots of fighty armies don't have heavy stuff to go with.
No, they do not.
And these guys have all the good fighty stuff.
Yeah.
Trolls, ogres, black orcs.
Is that all your points?
That's the 3. Yeah.
That's your 3. Okay, so go into bad. Okay, so my first point is Command.
Oh, really?
It's terrible.
Command 8.
Command 8.
It was a lot worse without the free half-page.
It was.
I
think orcs have done the best out of Warmaster Revolution, probably. But yeah, your Command is terrible.
If you consider a normal Orc army, just any generic Orc army is probably going to have 8 characters. So that's 8 half-pace moves minimum.
Yeah, you'll get it going somewhere.
8 half-pace moves.
And you compare that to nothing. Yeah,
nothing. Here's nothing. Especially some bastard put a flyers behind it. Or did the -1 command spell.
You daren't have scenery because you couldn't go in it. You couldn't order out of it.
You can be -3 against certain armies, and you're on 5s. Yeah. That's your best.
That's not happening.
No movement.
No movement. Yeah, you're dead.
No.
So the command is terrible. It's. If the Orc General was a Command 9, the army would be level pegging, but it's not good.
Okay, but I don't think it matters anywhere near as much as it did.
No.
Because once they get to initiative range, they're going on initiative anyway.
Yeah. And
you just got to get them there.
Yeah, this is an army that will attack on initiative. So my second point, I don't think... So it does not need the Trolls or Ogres when you have Black Orcs. So yes, Trolls are very good and they are a different profile, but it definitely doesn't need Ogres as well as Black Orcs in the list, if I'm being critical of it.
You can say the same thing with the Chaos Stage.
Of course you could.
the original list. That had fucking way too much
Yeah,
stuff in it.
yeah. I'm just saying, as a critique of something that's bad, you've got basically the same role 3 times. You've got good heavy infantry.
You could say Black Orcs and Trolls are slightly
different. I suppose
different.
they are your flavours, but that's that I've pulled that as a bad point.
But would you ever think that you should get rid of them? I mean, what's the?
I wouldn't want Trolls, but I would say no ogres. Yeah.
I mean, how did they get ogres anyway?
Well, they just kind of...
Were they slave ogres?
No, they just kind of cohabit, exist, isn't it?
This is before ogres had a list, wasn't it? In the Warmaster, they had to have them in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
And they didn't have their own list,
yeah.
so they came in here.
So
because they were at this same time, I've said this before, they were in the Empire list. I swear to God, ogres, man eaters, or man. They were like
no, not in Warmaster. They are in Warhammer.
Yeah, they were like
they're there.
Hello. They were like some manhunters from the Far East or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, my last bad point is, though the list has loads of choice in it, it's kind of solved. When you go to events, you do see the same Orc list in there. It's going to have a 6 Boar Rider and a 2 Wyverns. I mean, it's very good, that list, but it's like it does. I think the Orcs do suffer at the moment from people choosing the same list, essentially. That as long as it's got 6 Boar Riders and 2 Wyverns in it, nothing else kind of matters. Yeah, like so they do have a.
Well, scenery matters.
Well, yeah, obviously, but it's like I guess because it's an original army, and it's got lots of people played it. That is, I'd say, the most common list you'd see.
Okay, we'll see.
So, what's your bad points?
So, Command 8, OBS.
Yep, OBS.
Because I mean,
you can't not say command, can you?
No, it's like the best thing is Wizards, the worst thing is Command 8. I
mean,
they stand out by miles. They got no flyers.
Yeah.
Does it matter? It matters more to some other armies because I see these as not a defensive army.
They're not a finesse army. Yeah,
no, they're just fucking...
You don't need the scalp. Yeah. So but you don't have flyers. Yeah, and flyers are good. Yeah.
I mean, not everybody should have flyers.
No, definitely not. Yeah, I mean, Orcs wouldn't have it anyway. There's nothing naturally that is a big unit of flyers for them, I think. Yeah.
I mean,
a flock of Doom Divers.
Yeah, like Doom Divers, yeah. And so we got no fly, just the flyers. And I've said poor artillery choices. It's not they don't have artillery. It's just what the artillery they've got is the shittest, and it's on its own.
Fair enough. Yeah.
In the same way, ogres have the shittest artillery, just the same.
Yeah.
And you spend your whole life panicking about how to protect the fucking stuff.
Yeah.
And then
as an aggressive army, yourself, yeah. And so
as an aggressive army, I don't want to be worrying about baggage trainers. I'm coming. Yeah, I'm like Mongols, going and invading the world.
Exactly.
Not fucking worrying about the women and kids back at camp.
No, they'll do with that later. like
not that there are any women or kids.
Yeah. So most interesting part is the reason. So why would you play orcs? So my first reason is they're fun. They are fighting, and they like fighting, and you should as well. And I don't think they're not really evil. I don't think they. No, I think orcs they're naturally destructive by
force
nature. Force of nature, right?
Yeah.
As in they don't do things. I think because they're vindictive, but they just like fighting.
Yeah.
And they'll fight each other. Yeah, fight each other. It's like, and I like there's a good mentality to orcs of like, if you lose, it just means you have another go. Yeah, like
as long as you're dead.
Like, let
me go next, because otherwise you might. So some people love them green skins and the fluff because the fluff is like next level.
Yeah.
Like there was a guy in our Blood Bowl league who had Viagra.
Yeah.
For if your chopper's gone floppy.
Yeah. Oh no.
See your mad boy.
Yeah.
For a dose of Viagra.
Viagra.
Warning, make sure your chopper to explode. It was a fantastic. He did like a proper advert.
Yeah, but it's very funny.
Put the bounce back in your chopper. Super. So some people really love green skins to go all in.
I don't understand why they're cockneys.
I see that's
this point. Oh, all right, okay.
So I've listened to some audiobooks and they've been Brummies. Space orcs. No, that's not Brummies.
No.
But like, so I always see like that. But I always see them as Cockney.
They don't need those.
Exactly like that. See, I've always seen them as East End geezers.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, come on in.
It's strange that of all the accents that orcs get. Is that they're Cockneys? Yeah,
I reckon so.
It's like apples and pears. They're like, the elves up the apples and pears. I'll go to the nuclear sub. And it's like, what? I mean, I guess is it because it's like they're not meant to be very literate and they definitely don't write things down, so they have like a funny way of talking.
I don't know.
It's just like it's
Well,
weird.
yeah, in your mind, what do I imagine them as Cockneys or East End Barrow boys?
Yeah. Okay, it's just
It's funny.
There you go. All right.
But yeah, I think the fluff is. It does seem like a lot of stuff they kind of hoovered up from other places, fluff-wise.
Yeah.
And apart from the obvious talking bits that they pulled in,
I mean,
a lot of the kind of playful fluff they've made up. The Mad Docs and the fucking Weird Boys and all the crazy
I mean, they have a sense of comedy to them, don't they? Like, often. Which is, in a grim world, they are the funny things. The funny, and it's nice, and it's nice to do, like, I like the fact they just like what they do. Like it's like there you go.
And if they get like a loser fucking arm, cool. Get a fucking robot arm.
Yeah, robot.
Come on, man.
It's all good, baby.
Go see the Mad Dog. Go see the Mad Dog.
Yeah, but I mean, they also narratively they make a great antagonist because it doesn't matter how badly they get beaten, they'll always come back again. Like
swelling up.
They are the perfect thing to get beaten down. It doesn't matter. There's always more of them.
You don't even have to beat them. They'll beat themselves.
They'll beat themselves. Just let them go over there and they'll fight each other. Yeah.
I mean, the fluff is fantastic, and it is. I've got to give fair play to GW. I don't know who came up with the fluff for the Orcs and Goblins, or how it's merged over time.
Oh, okay.
Changed
so
over
did
time.
Tolkien take the idea of Orcs from something else? Who knows?
I don't know. But there's definitely lent on Tolkien, but they've taken it a lot further now. I mean, it's nothing like Tolkien now, really.
Yeah. So my second point is they are great for hobby in painting and their range of models.
Oh, and converting.
Yeah, converting.
Oh, man.
So any version of Orcs and Goblins, they've always had tribes, and the tribes have always been different. You've got your forest goblins, your night goblins. Even Tolkien does different Moria goblins, Isengard goblins.
Paint the fuckers red, they go faster.
Yeah. All that stuff. They are really good hobby wise, and there's quite a few different ranges of Warmaster models, scale models out there. The original Orc and Goblin range holds up well. It does not look bad.
Polar Fox did a mad. I don't know if you can get Russian stuff anymore because of the world we're in. But he did some amazing stuff.
And Forest Dragon's done some great ranges. There's more than one choice. And all of them look good. And there's nothing, because Orcs and Goblins are different. Like Goblins are a different race to Orcs. So you can have different ranges of makes of models. So you have one range for Orcs, one range for Goblins, and they'll look fine because they are different. Like even Black Orcs, they are a different race from Orcs. So like I've got up on my shelf here Polar Fox like Black Orc models, and they're big tanky Orcs. They look fantastic. When they compare them to like GW regular Orcs, they do look different.
Didn't the Polar Fox do the kind of that sick then, where they were really like armoured to fucking shit with like multiple weapons and shit?
Exactly. Like
they look
another
beefy as shit.
Beefy. And so. So they're great, and they can be really colourful as well.
And they had such a cool rule back then, if we're going off topic, where they had access to any type of weapon.
They
could have a two-handed weapon, two single fucking weapons, a weapon and a shield.
Motley Crue,
everything.
One of the old world. They still have
everything.
Yeah,
because they fought everything, they've taken everything, they've got it all.
Yeah, they got it all. They're carrying it. So, what's your second point?
Why you would play them is because Revolution allows you to pay a half-pace move.
Yes. Right.
Now, if you go back in fucking time, if you see people wanting to play vanilla Warmaster, you take your high elves, let them play Orcs and Goblins, see what game
you get.
See how that game goes.
I reckon you could take like half the points of the high elves and still.
You only need one brigade of silver helms. That'll take them in the flank, and that's game over.
That's game over.
Because it never stops. Just keep going and going and going until I run out of silver helms, which is never happening.
Never happening. Yeah.
So happy days.
Happy days.
So that's a really big bonus for Revolution.
Yes, they are. I think they're one of the bigger winners.
Yeah, for sure.
So my third final point is no one will ever give you any shade for using them.
Well, maybe that one list.
Or maybe that one list, but like in the
maybe my list.
In the most, it's probably what you've written. But no one. If the list I've written, no one's going to give you any shade for that. No one will think that they are Orcs and Orcs are just terribly overpowered and they're busting the game. No one's ever going to give you that. I don't think. Aside from what Barry's written, which we will hear in a moment.
So I've said that there are absolutely tons of variants in the list.
Yes.
Like it's got lots of list flexibility.
Yep.
You could build. I mean, people talk about having like sub factions, like Wild Orcs or this fucking Savage Orcs. You can build it all out of this anyway, virtually. You're not going to not have Orcs. You might not want to take Goblins, but so what?
Yeah.
I don't want to take what they call skinks, but you've
Yeah,
got to do it.
You've got to do it.
It's part of the list. And then if you just take your 4 orcs and 4 goblins, then you could just go all bloody boar biders, wolf riders, chariots.
Yeah. Nomadic war is a thing. Yeah. Troll horde is a thing. Yeah, like loads of.
And then the ward save, that's not a thing. So there is no ward save in this game.
No.
You get your 1/6 up save. There's no layering of saves.
No, not at all.
So what would a feral orc be, if not just an orc?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Orc painted blue.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
It's just
Well,
an orc.
in the fluff, they are resilient because they believe they're resilient.
Yeah, like the blue paint.
Yeah,
red paint
yeah,
shit.
yeah, it's
I
like-
painted blue.
it's like-
I get 6 up save.
Like, there's a brilliant bit of fluff I remember. It's like where like some guard are fighting orcs in 40k. They run out of ammunition, so they pretend their guns are firing, and the orcs believe that, so they die.
I'm not sure
Like, so the
that's
guard
true.
are like go bang bang, and they're all going ah.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
But apart from painting them blue,
Yeah.
what difference would they have at this scale?
Nothing.
Feral orcs.
Yeah,
Just pay them blue.
Yeah.
Well, you couldn't give them anything because there's nothing in the game exists.
Yeah.
Can't give them 5 up save.
No, God no.
Oh.
So, yeah.
So. Okay, so we're going to talk about your list, Paul.
We're going to talk about my list, yeah. So, I have written a very pool list where I've tried to stray away from what I think would be probably the most competitive Orc and Goblin list, and I've tried to include most of the things on the army list. It doesn't include everything. Like, fortunately, I did not find a place to have rock lobbers in my army list, sadly, because for the reasons why we've listed, they're not so good by themselves. They, like.
Well, what are you going to protect them with?
Exactly, that's the problem, and that is like. Anyway, so this is what I have come up with. I've gone with 4 Orc Warriors. And one single unit of Black Orcs, 6 Goblins, and a single unit of Trolls, and then 1 Ogre. Then 2 units of Bull Riders, 4 units of Wolf Riders, 1 unit of Wolf Chariots, a Giant, a General on a Wyvern, Orc General, and then 2 Orc Heroes, one of them's on a Chariot, 2 Orc Shamans, 2 Goblin Heroes, and 2 Goblin Shamans. So I've got a character package of 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 characters there. So it's not great command, but there's enough of them throwing orders around. Everything should get at least a half-base move. Brigades-wise, I'm going to use the goblins to be second ranks to my Orc Warriors and Black Orcs. So I'll have brigades of 2 or maybe 4, units of infantry going forward. The Bull Riders will be by themselves. The Wolf Riders, 2 brigades of 2. One of them will have a Wolf Chariots just for find a flank or something. It can punch in. I'm willing to risk the Orc General because I'm assuming the tournament has a King of Dead scenario. So if the Orc General dies, I've got 2 rolls with 8s to try and take over the command.
Well, somebody's going to take over. It might not be what you want.
But something keep.
Command 6.
I've got 2, 4, 6, 8 dice rolls to make if no one else is gone.
And I'm pretty sure if a Goblin hero wins, all the orcs will just walk off the
Yeah,
battlefield.
they'll be like,
That's not happening, mate.
listening to him.
That's not happening.
I managed to get it to breakpoint 11, which is certainly not small. It's not on a big or big, but I'd say it's a normal break of 10, 11's a normal breaks of things. Yeah, and I would really enjoy using that list because it uses most of the range and it can, it will look colourful on the table. And it's not going to win a tournament, but I think well commanded it could give people a run for the money occasionally. Yeah.
You got your wizard package?
Yeah, I've got the wizard package. So you could, if nothing else, you've got 4 attempts to cast a really good spell. And
I mean, taking Goblin Heroes is a bit ballsy.
Because it fitted the points. I was like, I chose 2 Goblin Heroes over 1 extra Orc Hero there. So points wise, there was 80 to 90. Okay. So that's why I went for them. And I figured that, the Giant, for example, he's always going to fail an order. You just kind of point him in the direction that you want to mess something up.
Get him on a flank.
Hopefully it happens.
Get him on a flank pointed towards the wing.
Yeah, essentially, taking a Giant is too random, really, for competitive, serious competitive play. And as I said before, Orc Generals are a great recipient to have a Crown of Command, and I've done that in a tournament before, and that worked quite well. As again, it's dicey, but so again, not for the serious competitive players. But this does go along my line. Is if I put that on the table, I don't think anyone's going to throw me any shade for putting that list on the table. No one's going to say, "Oh, you cheesy bastard." Speaking of cheesy bastards,
well, it's not as cheesy as it could have been.
Yeah.
Well, in an alternate universe, maybe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we got the minimum orcs and goblin package.
4 and 4.
4 and 4. We've got the 4 shaman, so 2 orc, 2 goblins.
Yep.
What, scroll of dispelling? You got your scroll of dispelling?
I did not find the points for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like going naked in the rain.
Yeah.
Scroll of dispelling. 8 boar boys.
Yeah. 8.
That seems to be where the kind of meat is at.
Oh, that's more than 6. Like
More than other teams are allowed.
Yeah.
But one of them's got a banner of shielding.
Okay.
I think for 30 points,
yeah.
that's quite a big buff.
That is quite a big buff. Yeah, like it.
I mean, it makes them 140 points,
Yeah.
but it also makes them like cold ones.
Yeah, but and you remember with these banners, it was also it isn't just the points of the banner; it's there in their army. Then they're in that army list, aren't they? Like
Yeah, but I think it's only this one's only till you lose a stand, so you're not quite cold ones.
No. But if you've got a really punchy target, then that unit of boars with backed up by a wyvern, that's the unit that attacks it.
Yeah.
And that's the best chance you got. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
as strong as you can make it.
It's as strong as you can make it. Yeah. It was slightly off topic. It was interesting to put for 30 points the upgrade to Rhinox is the same.
Yeah.
And that makes
because
a big
they're armor
difference.
save 5.
So 1 Wolf Riders just to make up some points.
Yep.
I'm not sure what they'll do. Just head for a flank, I guess.
Just flank and like
If you catch up in the flank,
their initiative,
get
go
around the back if you can, maybe. Orc General, because you've got 2. 3 Orc Heroes.
Yep.
2 Wyverns and 1 Sword of Fate just to make up the points.
Make up points.
So break is 9.
Break is 9.
We've got 17. We'll be fighting with 8 Boar Boys.
Yep.
Orc Warriors if we have to. Goblins will be hiding.
Yeah.
The Wolf Riders, I guess. So you've got to get rid of all my cavalry.
Yeah.
The 8 Boar Boys and the Wolf Riders all get into the
Infantry.
Orcs.
Yeah.
Which will be they'll be there to kind of do close scenario points or hold a wood or something.
Yeah. Well, scenario match-up dependent. So again, what you could do with your list there is if people are hiding in woods a lot, you can use Geralt to get them out of the woods. And then once they are out of the woods, you can attack them with your cavalry. So yeah, you've got a tool. The natural counter that you say to going such heavy is you do have a tool in Geralt to get them out of the woods. Because you could cast that, they roll well enough, they're out of it. You can attack them. Yeah.
I mean,
it's possible.
I mean, the thing that hiding in woods only. I mean, the games that I've lost or not lost, they've just been non-games, basically draws, is where there was no scenario.
Yeah.
So if there's no scenario and you're infantry and you're facing all cavalry, why would you come out? Because unless you're in terrain,
the
cavalry are going to run you over you.
Exactly,
they're going to get in your flank and run you down.
There isn't a reason. Yeah.
So in scenarios, I would heavily suggest that there are always objectives.
Yes.
Always force a game.
Yes, exactly.
I think the funny story, just we were in Brno a few years back, and there was a game, 6 rounds, because that's how Europeans play, 6 turns, and no dice were rolled in anger.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They just kind of danced around each other, rolling command dice, and spells and shit, but no fights in an entire game.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Like, what am I playing?
Yeah, exactly. What is this?
What game is this? So try and make scenarios to encourage people to fight, and if you're in a scenario where people are going to fight, then Boar Boys, maybe not the best cavalry, because there are better stuff. But they're certainly top. I mean, the ones that are just the cold ones, you're only allowed 4 of them, so you're outnumbering them 2 to 1.
Yeah.
And if you get into the flank, you'll annihilate them.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. So, I mean, people might give Barry shade for throwing that army on the table.
I've seen this army in action several times. But there was a guy north of the border when we went. Whenever that was, 2 years ago. I'm pretty sure he won with this list.
Yeah.
Or something very similar.
Yeah.
I mean, the 8 Boar Boys and the 3 heroes and the 2 wyverns and all the wizards and then your base, your warriors and goblins. That's 90% of that's already written. So
it's already written.
Whatever fluff you choose to put on the
the final bit of points, that's
the 100 points or whatever it is.
Doesn't matter so much. Yeah.
We're going to wrap up now.
Yep.
Paul's just told me Hiles are next.
Yeah.
After 4 rounds of nerfing over 25 years, they're still broken as balls.
Still broken as balls. Right, we'll come at that with that.
And then there will be an episode in between. I don't know what that is. And if you're interested in 10mm stuff in general, we've got Black Powder. Campaigning going on YouTube. We're going to play one of Paul's scenarios, like what do you call it? Meet and engagement.
Meet and engagement. Yeah. We're going to try that.
Random deployment.
Yeah, random.
So
I think that'll fit it quite well.
We'll see. We'll see. And so that'll be recorded on Monday night. And hopefully you enjoyed these kind of shorter episodes, more focused episodes. I've had to edit loads to keep it focused. And still probably not.
We're trying, focused. Okay? We're trying.
So The one after next will be High Elves, and
Yep.
join in for all your High Elves shenaniganry.
Yep.
And apart from that, just time to say goodbye.
Yeah.
So, good night.
Good night.
Two of you together, that's fine. But what if one of you is the monster?
Monster? They're British.
Two of you together, that's fine. But what if one of you is the monster?